So I played day one of the Deepstack main event. We only had 40,000 in chips to start, and before I could even sit down and start set up my camera and record or anything, I was given three pocket kings, pocket fives, and then in this one I had pocket jacks. The kings and the fives did not win. I had raised pre-flop, and the older Asian player had he called me, and then the flop came out deuce deuce four. I bet again on the flop. He was taking his time, and eventually he calls, and the turn was still clean. Nothing, I think a seven hit. I put out a bigger bet, about 5,500. He tanked and called again. And then the river came, and I put out another big bet. I think the seven board at that point is 7-7-4-2-2. I put out another bet, probably like 11K or so, and this time he went away. Did I mention I was table six, seat seven, 6-7. It's jacks three times, queens and kings a couple of times. They didn't all win. A lot of ace kings. Some of them won, some of them didn't. I also got in position like here, like a hand like 4-6 of spades, and I played all those hands.
Coffee milk on Splenda? Got it.
I knew I had to hit it somewhere, and I never.
So in this particular hand, there were two spades on the flop, and yeah, I had a
7 or
draw.
11.
So I stayed in the for the action post flop.
Heads up.
I folded because I didn't hit. I ended up building a pretty big stack. Like I mentioned, starting
Call.
stack was 40K. I had close to. I got eventually got to about 200, and give or take a few, and pretty much stayed up there. But it was a slow climb.
You're so hot. I don't want to go up against you, but
You probably shouldn't.
yeah.
Should wait
Well,
if I get a cooler.
A7 of diamonds. In the small blind had been
you
raised.
can't
and,
time the market, right?
The flop came out 7 high with just one diamond, but I think it's kind of a mistake. I checked it, and I believe it was checked through. The turn was a card higher than a 7, but I decided, what are the chances somebody hit that? I should have, and it wasn't a diamond, so I just put out a very small bet, maybe quarter or a third of a pot.
Call.
And there was one caller. Another big card on the river,
Just a
and I
7.
checked it back.
7. 7 takes.
Go ahead.
The 7 was good, and I was able to scoop.
All right. Can you? So you're the first guy. You're the guy who fought. That's in New York, right? Yeah.
Yep. Look it up. Lawrence DiCastino. I traveled the world for 2 years being sponsored by Poker Stars on the DL.
Yeah, that's nice, man.
I sat in Senator Demano's office. He called me up personally. I had a big meeting in his office.
Yeah, I remember reading that when it came out. I was like, I agreed with it. It's not gambling. It's a game of skill.
Overall, it was a very fun
Nice.
game.
You're the guy.
Yeah. They actually used my
I had
case.
good time, even though I ran either super hot or super cold.
Yeah, it's probably the
throughout
reason.
the
One of the
day.
reasons why it started becoming legal in a lot of places too. Poker. Yeah.
But because of
Call in.
because I'm Italian, I end up losing the case in Supreme Court.
Is that why you lost?
Yeah.
You
because
didn't,
they
did you
just-
really lose? It was
Well, I
iffy.
got a
Yeah.
felony.
Oh, you did.
So I sat next to a very interesting player, sort of a poker icon, and
Yeah, believe it or
he,
not,
he
I'm a
told me
lawyer,
a lot of
so I
stories
kinda-
that kept me entertained.
Yeah. I knew about
We
it.
were the only two that stayed at the table.
Yeah, I mean, I
pretty much
I don't
still
know
out for
every
about
lawyer,
7
but
hours.
I
A
mean,
lot of
I
people
under- I
came
understand the
got
case.
eliminated
Yeah.
and left.
I see him on TV all the time.
Yeah, it's interesting, man. Poker's always interesting.
And then I traveled the world for 2 years for free.
Just because of that, yeah.
Poker's
Can you put the 300 flat
Yes.
until
by the law that it was me. So they
Is that
the raise?
right?
It's a raise here, but it's a raise there. Okay. 52.
I had ace queen. There was a raise from under the gun, and I was in the small blind. So I just decided there was a lot of players. So I decided to just flat.
It was 36, correct?
Yeah, 3 in the middle already.
Yeah, and you put 1,000. Correct?
So you get 7 back.
What was the blind?
3, 2, 3.
This is new, but I still do not have it. You call, correct?
I did, yeah.
All right, dealers in the 6 max. Complete the hand you're on next hand fight. Hands are going up 4,000, 8,000, 4,000, 8,000.
So the flop was queen high, but I checked it anyway because I wasn't sure what the action was going to be like. It's ace queen is not necessarily good, but when it was raised, I believe it was the older Asian dude again. I decided, you know what? Let me just raise here.
I'm all in.
go, go with the check raise, and see how he reacts there. So I just put my chips in all in.
Seven and one. Five, six, seven, and one. Total.
So this guy literally tanked pretty much every hand. So eventually he gave it up, and I was able to take a pretty nice pot uncontested.
Raise.
So ace king in late position. Of course I put in a good raise in there.
Five bets, 2 grand. I got calls. I'm like, I'm gonna hit this five. I know I am. I'm just gonna take a shot at it for 2 grand. And everything I just wanted to pot. Yeah, why not? 5 grand. So I checked. Check. The kid over there goes all in. Yeah, it was two hearts on the flop.
That's nuts at this point.
I had the nuts. There's 2 hearts on the flop.
There were no ace or king on the flop, and when it was checked to me, I put out a bet and faced all the check raise from the big blind.
So I knew he wasn't going. Like I just knew.
What's the count?
Total is 73.
But now I have
7,300.
like I'm not even connecting that.
All right, you're ahead, I guess.
10 to 8. I ain't playing those. I gotta be.
I call.
100%. How you making out?
Okay, you're on a draw.
Yeah, not bad.
Gone all in, and I didn't have he didn't have a lot, so I decided to go ahead and make the call.
We're still at
Still 2-4.
2-4. 12. Gotta stay young. Gotta stay young.
Yeah. Try to eat well, But you look young for your age, though. I think.
I was doing weight watching. I lost 50 pounds.
Yeah.
Weight watching.
I literally weigh the same as, 10 pounds off my college weight,
All right, everybody, I'm going to be buying these green chips from you. They are blending in with the yellow too much. We're swapping them out for you. You leave them on the table for me? We got 4 coming in, 4 going out.
Changing the chip color.
How much is that?
5 grand, I think. We got 5. He's asking for a count.
I need a count.
That's 6.
Okay, I call the 6.
What do you need, bro?
All your green chips. I'm going to go ahead and change that one.
$5,000 greens? Oh.
Oh, you're switching them out to blue instead of green?
It's 35 there. 35. 75?
getting in, and from early position in the race pot.
I don't mind that because the green and yellow very similar.
After the flop, there was an all-in, and I ended up making the call, but the floor came around, and to switch out the 5,000 chips, I guess the greens were too similar to the 1,000, so they switched them out to the blue chips.
You want to draw? You gonna hit it? No, I'm okay for now.
The bottom of my range I'd called was 7-10 of diamonds, and the flop was 7-10-4, I believe, with 2 clubs and
I
1 diamond.
almost
And
Didn't play it because
yeah,
you
I
were.
wanted
I
to
thought I was
keep
afraid there was
down,
gonna be action, but
after calling,
7-10 diamonds.
after
is fine,
checking and
yeah.
then calling the
I
raise.
didn't realize you only had 5.
Raise. You are hitting everything.
So I had raised my big blind, and then it ended up being just a battle of the blinds.
I missed my flush, but I hit the 7.
He ended up, I ended up inducing a bluff, and I had,
Yeah, I know.
of course, I had aces, and
I had to take a shot.
pretty
at
decent
I didn't like that.
pot. I didn't go
I
crazy.
like the board on the
'cause,
flop, but after that is.
I don't want
like
to
the
overrate
5
and
too. Yeah,
overpair.
Well, the flop wasn't good with the 2 clubs.
For me, yeah, but it was still, you're still drawing.
Yes, you're right. We should have said, I'll be right there. Hold on. That's it. You got to communicate.
No, the thing is, nobody wants to come here. So there's Florida, you go there, you go there, you go there.
It's like when I text my kids something, they don't answer me, and I'm like, hello? We saw your text.
Just a standard raid is with pocket sixes, middle position.
Right?
It's like playing a job.
How old your kids?
Just tell us. you
My
want it,
oldest
you
is
don't want it.
25, and then I got,
My youngest is 26.
yeah. Well, listen, you're old. Now,
I'm
listen,
old. How old are you?
I'm only 47.
I'm only 61.
It's great that you can say that, right? Only 61, only 47.
Feel 47.
My mom is 66.
My wife's 42.
My mom is 66. 67 now, I'm sorry. No, I haven't.
If you go down there again, that's where you want to go. Because it's like,
And I didn't hit my 6 for the set, so I just went away. And the next hand I played was Ace Deuce of Hearts, and I believe I was the first to open the action with a
We went
raise.
twice already, and we're going to keep going. We like
it's
it.
awesome down there. I mean, it's my favorite place.
Is that where you're from?
No, it's just my favorite place to go. We vacationed there 12, 14 years in a row.
So I ended up flopping the nut flush draw. There's 2 hearts on the flop, I believe 3-6 queen, somewhere in that range. And seat 1 was a super aggressive older man. His bet sizing was pretty big, not out of control. It was like pretty much pot-sized bets, even on flops and turns.
What's the bet?
So yeah, he ends up raising.
29?
I check called
Yeah, you have your
twice, and
favorite
then
hand ace jack.
on the turn, the queen
I was amazed by his
paired.
hand use. I
There's
never
still no
saw
heart. I
something like that in my
figured,
life.
you
This place,
know,
the town's like
if I hit a heart, I will still win. But I never got there. He ended up going all in, and I folded it away on the river.
You're from here,
now I'm from Maryland.
Maryland? I still haven't been to Maryland live.
I remarried. I've been married for 25 years. Son also moved too. So I get the same
what?
kind of. I got the same kind of story almost.
Oh, okay.
I was married, got a divorce with 4 kids, and then I married a girl 14 younger.
All yours,
14 years
sir.
younger than me, and we've been together 25 years. Got 9 kids.
Do you remember what street it was on?
Yeah,
Nearby?
right in the main street. Right in the main street.
Yeah.
It was right on that main area.
There's like 3
I love these
downtowns
kind
like
of
that
hands.
close.
You
Is
know,
it on Valley or Bloomfield?
suited
Or
gappers
watch on,
on the
watch on.
button. I had,
What was near it? Do you
8 tennis
remember?
spades, which is, I love playing those hands because
It was like a.
they're very dynamic cards.
15?
I had a draw on the flop, so I called a small bet, and the turn was checked. So the turn was checked, and then the river was checked again. I had nothing. I had 10 high. So I decided to just put out a bluff out there. About, decent amount that looked like a value bet, and I was able to take it down. So one of the important things that I've learned and I've been doing a lot lately has been if I'm closing out the action, I'm on the big blind, there's been a raise and it comes around to me. I put in the call with pretty much any 2 cards and proceed depending on how the flop comes out and the action is. So the flop was checked, the turn was checked. There's like I was nowhere near my 6-8, but the river was an 8, and then a small blind decided to take a stab at it. I'm not sure I'm good here. 6-8, even if he has an 8, only probably has me outkicked. I put in the call, and he was just taking a stab at it.
Just an 8.
I took it down with the 8, 6-8.
Yeah.
I was hoping you didn't.
I was gonna say nobody wants the spot.
I was hoping you didn't hit the 8.
Yeah.
You didn't hit the 8. You weren't going to call.
No, not at
I mean,
all.
this shot.
Even then, I was, thought maybe had the 9 or a better kicker.
I would love to see what you've done if I re-raised you there.
Fold.
I know you would have.
Well, it depends. Yeah.
Yeah, if I re-raised you.
Yeah. I would have put you on the king. I'm surprised he bets. He takes it down like the first 2. Yeah. But I think he's afraid. Yeah. 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 But there's a king on the board. Yeah. Oh boy. Uh, $704, you're good. $704, you're good.
Where I had raised pre-flop, and
I have him.
old
covered.
man had gotten me to fold a couple of times. Seat one's progressive. 4-4 deuce flop, somewhere in that range. I kept raising, and then eventually on the river he decided to raise me big. And I just decided to go all in. I can't fold aces there, and
It's,
he didn't show his hand even though he's
I like the
supposed to.
flop, but when he didn't re-raise me, like he doesn't have a
This was
forehand. It's like
probably
seven. I mean,
one
I would have to be super unlucky, right?
bigger chip win, so it was almost a full double up. And that got me to be one of the bigger
have them
stacks. Aces came through twice.
I have covered.
He has like 1,000 left.
60. 60.
You're probably gonna get my cage.
I don't know if I want our ball though. I mean, he's good, but he's a little soft. I want. We have the defense.
All the coaches you guys been through.
We have the defensive person. I haven't liked anybody since they fired Coughlin.
Pretty
Coughlin was
big,
amazing.
hand
Yeah.
for me. I was late position, one away from the button. They'd been either a raise, a small raise, or
Yeah,
a
he got
limp and
fired,
a
yeah.
bad.
I knew they were
With ace queen of diamonds, flop came out king queen queen. They both checked to me, and I put out a bet, and they just they folded.
field goal like it was a shit show. They had 3 timeouts with 40-something seconds left. Like,
Well, he had 12 seconds and he just centered the ball instead of he should have ran it.
well, not even that. You have 2 timeouts with 40-something seconds left.
So another one of those situations where I called a small raise from the big blind with deuce king off, and the flop was king high. So I just put out a small bet, see where I am, and I got 3-bet by the original raiser. So I showed my king and just gave it up. Definitely has to be out kicked if you know.
You have me out kicked, right?
This one is actually a super interesting hand in a lot of ways. I'd called a raise with pocket deuces, and we went into this 3 ways. And the flop comes out 3 clubs. And the original reason puts out a small bet, maybe a third of the pot. I make sure that I have the deuce of clubs in my hand. Decide I'll just float, I'll call one time. And the other guy gets in as well. So the turn is the ace of clubs. So now there's 4 clubs out there. And it gets checked through twice. The river is like a blank card, and we all check again. And of course,
I have one
I say I
club.
have a club,
Is
the
the club
deuce,
good?
and they both fold. And the original raiser shows me.
I have a club.
He
I have
shows
the deuce of clubs.
aces, and he had turned a trip aces.
I was
But the board
Sorry,
never
Mike.
paired, and I was able to scoop up the pot. This is a small pot, but
So you qualified. How many win it, bro? 30. They paid 6.
raise.
Oh, there was only 30, and they paid 6. What were they just firing away and you just waited?
It's a good turn.
You just cracked my aces.
Uh-oh.
With the pocket deuces and hit a club.
Taped it, send it to me. Just so I can make fun of it.
It was only a small hand. I had a set of aces.
Gen X Poker, I'll post it here.
Jet X, yeah?
Gen X Poker on
Yeah,
YouTube.
I got him.
Yeah, he's got
He's a
me.
cool guy. It is 22.
22. And one caller.
He's a lawyer, too.
Nice.
But not a liar. Lawyer.
Yeah.
Corporate and stuff. So he's good. He's one of the good guys.
Yeah, I'm not an ambulance chase.
So there was 30 and 6 qualified. You fucking made it. What did they give you?
No, this is the add-on shit. They're gonna put the add. There was an add-on for chips.
So that
$30.
You won $30.
Yeah, basically
Oh.
you get the $30.
Nice. Good. So then you'll be back here, I guess, Saturday with me now. Stay tuned. Oh no, you gotta
No, I gotta
play
play
this.
the flight first.
What are you playing later?
I don't know what time. I gotta look at the flights.
I think it's 5:15.
Is that what time it is?
Yeah,
Hey,
but
check.
then you'll be playing at 3 in the morning maybe if you make it. That's 8 too. Or you play tomorrow morning at 11:15.
I might have to play tomorrow morning.
Yeah, we're not the guys are not.
No, I gotta. I'm 4 hours.
I'm still doing good.
Yeah,
I
I'm
just
not.
So I'd raised under the,
I could beat a
near
bluff.
under the gun with black queens, and I got called.
Yep.
King high
Jack is
flop,
no
my
good
C
for
bet
me.
was called, and the
Nice
river
hand.
was a jack, and he put out a bet. I called. He had two
Yeah.
pairs, king jack. He
Were
didn't
you
need the
here from the
jack.
start,
The
weren't
king
you?
was good.
No.
There was the older man with the beard. Remember the older
Yeah,
guy?
yeah.
You know, we had only originals, and you think we would have all the chips.
Yeah. He has. Yeah, he just got here.
Well, these two guys came and just.
He took all the chips.
Uh-huh. But only two originals.
I can't see how many chips he has. I want to see how much. No, the guy who's in the hand with me.
It's like 40. Oh yeah, it started at 38. 37.
Yes, players were getting eliminated. We're getting, more and more different players coming in. And, a lot of them sat and left, and some of them were still sitting when I eventually departed.
I call.
Hard to beat that one.
Definitely ought to be that one. Oh, shit.
Nice one.
6-7. Table 67. All right.
Yeah.
Raised to 10-5. 10,500. Raised.
The hand right before this, I had played Queen 10 and called eventual all-in against Ace King, and
For
I had
now.
lost. So the very next hand, I was raised under the gun, and I just put it all in. I had kings, he had queens. The hands played themselves. So the fact that I had just played, kind of mid hand like Queen 10 helped you get a lot of chips here, all in pre-flop, and kings held up.
Check. Check around. Check. 3.
You got that one heart again, don't you?
I'll show, because
Fire
I
two
play
of 'em.
these hands when I'm closing them out. Deuce 3 with the 3 of hearts.
On the big blind, because it was raised to me, and then flop was 3 hearts, and then a 4th heart hit, and I let out, and they all folded. I showed there was a 2 of hearts out there. I had the lowest heart possible for the flush, but we never got to a river. I don't think anybody had anything. So here, I had raised worked out pocket 4s, and a maniac had just come to sit next to me. He'd put in a call as well, but the player acting after him, he goes, he went all in. And I just put in the call, and the guy next to me decided to fold. And see, he turned over Ace King, and my 4s held up, and it was nice to see that.
Unbelievable.
So after this is when my downfall started. I went
Set
through
six,
like
right?
a half hour of hell where I was losing decent hand against improbable odds. So I was on the big blind, and there was a raise from under the gun. Everybody else had folded. Comes to me with jacks. I probably thought about re-raising, but we were already heads up. I wanted to see. I didn't want to escalate it. He had a lot of chips. I had him covered, but he had a lot of chips. Flop came out king jack deuce of four, like the dream flop for me. I'm hoping he has a good hand. I checked the flop and he put in a raise. I thought about raising him again. Like I want him to stick around. So I check. I just smooth call, and then on the turn was a queen. I sort of liked the hand, even though the card, even though I shouldn't have. I put him on a hand, maybe like king queen, ace king. He might call here, but also it's getting dicey. I don't want to tend to hit, and he just beats me with a lone ace. So I decide to. He put out I think 21 and change. I put in 66. 3x raise. He double checks his cards, which should have been a warning to me, and then he goes all in. Of course, I have a set of jacks on a king queen jack four board. I would have outs even if he had something like 9-10. But he ends up. He had played ace-10 and hit a gutter shot while he was rampaging with his raising. And unfortunately for me, the board never paired, and I lost a pretty big pot. I think I lost like 150 out of my 220 stack or something like that. It was a pretty bad beat, and it just went on from there. I did win one or two hands after that, but I hit another ridiculous snag a little bit later. So I decide, even though it's slightly steaming, I'm gonna, still play my game. And I called, a raise from a small stack with 5-7 of diamonds. One of the blinds called, and the flop came out. I believe 2-6-9, somewhere in that range with two diamonds. And I have two diamonds, and he put out like such a huge bet. He put out like 20K, and he only had like 30, 31, something like that. So I decide I'm gonna go all in, and one of the blinds goes away, and the other guy puts in a call. I'm like, I know I'm behind, but and I was, because I only had 7 high. He turned over ace jack. He had no diamonds, and I had a lot of outs. Any diamond, any 6 or 8, I don't remember. One of the two. I had a gutter in there, and then any diamond or any 5 or any 7 if he doesn't hit ace or jack. I hit the diamond right away on the turn. The river was another queen. It was like queen of diamonds, queen of hearts, and I was able to scoop up and get back in pretty good, decent shape in terms of chip stack. So I called a raise. I had king queen. I believe I was the big blind. The kid, seat 1 had beaten my queens earlier, and the flop came out 9 ace ace, and he checked the back. So when the turn hit an 8 or 9, it was now there were 2 clubs, 2 spades. Ace ace 9-8. I put out a small bet, and he calls me. So I'm like, okay, I'm giving up on this pot pretty much. The river, we both checked. I think a spade hit, so maybe he was worried. I had my flush. Anyway, he checks it back and he says king high, and I was like, me too. And I turned over my king queen. He had king jack, and I was able to take up a nice pot and guy in c2. Yeah, he ends up getting me in a really bad beat, and it's hard to keep it emotionally when horrible beats happen right after each other within a short span.
I'm all in.
And this one was actually worse because the flop I had ace king small blind, and I decided to call a big bet from c2.
I don't have a deuce.
Flop comes out deuce deuce ace, and the big blind had also called. He goes away. So on the turn, he bets again. I didn't put him all in on the flop. I go all in on
This
the
is
turn.
unbelievable,
He
right?
tanks for a long time, decides to put in a call, says deuces are good. He turns over ace queen. I turn over my ace king.
I don't have enough to fold.
He hits the queen on the river. The last card. He hit a 6-outer. I guess if a deuce or an ace
Yeah, I'm
would
in
have
third
chopped,
place.
but yeah, and then that got me down. I would have put me back up to my original 200k stack, but I was down to less than starting stack. And a few hands later, I ended up all in with ace jack. I was up against pocket sevens and another all in with ace queen. Ace queen had a smaller
sevens or
stack,
nines?
but the sevens held up, and I was out. It was fun. And it was a great tournament. I mean, $2 million guaranteed for a $600 buy, and you can't beat it.
You too, man.